Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Pinball Roundup. I'm Meatball Saucy, and today is Super Sunday. So, happy Super Sunday, everybody! And along with that, it is also National Owners Day. So, for all you at Games owners out there, happy National Owners Day. Let's see. We've got a lot to cover today. It's been 2 weeks since we did one of these roundups. I've got quite a few tables to go through, some new updates, some pup packs to share with you. Um, Also, a really big system update this week that I'm going to be able to share for the first time. I don't think anybody was able to show it off so far, so I'm really excited to share that with you guys. Um, has to do with the DMDs, but we'll talk about that here when we get to it. Um, how is everybody doing? I hope your weekend is treating you well. Just a quick update for me and where I'm at with some of my activities that I'm working on. I have filmed some B-roll footage for the racing cabinet, my racing build, and I hope to do a stream here in the next week or so with regards to racing and what my racing build will look like and what I'm hoping for with that. Um, Also, when it comes to National Owners Day, speaking of, for those of you that don't know, I did order uh, many of the original pre-order items that were from At Games. I think it was September, also in the February timeframe last year. Um, Obviously, the delays came out, and I indicated that I was kind of happy with how things were going, and then the whole price fiasco with the LCD. And quite honestly, I'm just done. So I've canceled all of my National Owners Day um, pre-orders. And I know everybody was like, well, but you were so excited about the LCD. Well, that being said, I have contacted Al Winky and I am now buying the Pixelcade LCD and have made that purchase. So I'm a couple weeks out from that, so I'm excited to share that, and we'll kind of get into that when that comes through. But as Ritual Delo said, it's time to drop the hotness and take a look at what we've got going on this week in pinball. So let's just go ahead and jump right on in. So this week I did also set up a new playlist, and this is kind of, not super exciting, but for me it was cool, and it's something I've been meaning to do for a long time, to build out a new playlist, or a new What's New playlist. How's it going, Mr. Vader? Good to see you as always. Just getting started here, and so you haven't missed much. Just a quick little intro and where things are going, but here's my new playlist, and this is a dynamic playlist, sharing off basically any of my new tables that I've added in the last 45 days. So let's just jump right on in and talk about this first table. So I've had Blackout for quite a while, but this new version with enhanced physics and things like that released this week. And last week, I think it was MCAP had asked me, happy Super Sunday to you too. What's going on, Ritual Delo? And MCAP had asked me last week how I choose what tables I keep. And it's pretty simple. I play them both. I take a new version, an old version, plug it in, and start to play. And depending on how the physics are, the look of the table, and everything else, I make that decision on whether or not I keep it or not. And this happened to be a significant upgrade, both visually and play-wise, from the last Blackout. The physics on this are great. The updated play field and look is, it's similar to what it was. Nice automatic outlane drain, but the physics are much better. It was almost, I don't want to say floaty, because visual pinball isn't really floaty, but this is really kind of the evolution of where visual pinball is at these days, in the physics department. It's really good. I am not very good at this, and there's a couple tables that I am extremely bad at that we'll be looking at today. Also, quick disclaimer, just so you guys know, we are going to be looking at a table that has some nudity on it. So be warned, viewer discretion is advised. We'll get that out of there. Let's see. Still got to get some tables on my popper. I've been playing too many games I already have. Yeah, man, I know how that goes. Like I said, I took almost a full week, or almost 2 full weeks, with a break from pinball, just to work on my racing build, so that I've got the racing build in place. And then I was so backlogged, it just kind of snowballed with all the tables that come out and so forth. So, Blackout, this, like I said, this is one that I replaced my old version with. And I think the guy did a really good job in this update. It plays really well, and I'm enjoying it. So, all right, I'm going to take over. There's a couple things I want to show off with Monster Bash. And I'm going to start with the new update to Freezy. So this weekend, there was an update, or I guess this Friday. It wasn't this weekend, but Friday or Thursday or Friday. The new Freezy, or DMD EXT, released and added some exciting new features that people have been waiting for a long time. One of those features is that it is now compatible with the 64 color ROM patches. So now you can have some really nice looking colored ROMs that have the full coloring and some really nice looks to them. But the big deal here is the ability to scale your DMD. So I'm going to actually go full screen here with my DMD for a second, and show you guys what this looks like. You'll notice that I have this scaled up in what they're calling scale to HD. And what this does is it basically takes the resolution and doubles the amount of pixels that are being displayed. It, in effect, smooths out all of the different graphics and effects, so that it looks much more smooth and crisp and clean. Not necessarily like your standard dot matrix, but I think the effect and the look and the feature is fantastic. There's varying levels of scale. You can scale partial, you can do a 2x scale, which I think a lot of people are going to land on, or you can scale up to this HD. And like I said, it's from a simplistic standpoint, it's really easy to install this and get it up and running. And I think it adds a whole new level to what the look of the DMDs that are coming out of these things for. So very happy with that update. It's really cool. Now the other one that came out here, I don't know, Ritual Delo, if it's gradient smoothing or not. It's really more just a higher pixel density, so I don't know that they, it's really just an upscale option that's automatic, but like I said, it to a certain degree almost looks like gradient smoothing. It really is just more pixel density in the same space. So yeah, I mean, it's a cool new feature, something that we didn't have before. And like I said, on some of these ROMs, it looks really, really good. And again, going back to table updates, Monster Bash did have a table update, and a lot of people are complaining about the lighting on it. I am not one of those people. I actually absolutely love what the lighting looks like on this particular table. When I go to Next Level Pinball here in Hillsboro, this is what the table looks like. This is how it's lit. It's not the, cartoony, light or well lit table that I saw in all the previous versions. So as soon as I tried this, just looking at it, I was like, yeah, this is my new version, because it really is solid and has been really, really nice. Yes, yes, it is definitely very cool what they were able to accomplish in a relatively short time because the Freezy 1.9 has only been out for less than 6 months. So it's been a really short period of time that they've gone from the last release, which brought support for future pinball in the 1.9 release, which was also a big update, and to now add support for not only the 64 colors, but now this new upscaling feature. And like I said, this Monster Bash table is so good. But you guys are going to see, I have not put a ton of time playing any of these tables, with the exception of the table with nudity, which we'll get to here in a few minutes. But because that table, like I said, I've had a lot of fun playing that. It's been a lot of fun. What's up, Adam? Welcome to the stream. Just getting through the second game here, trying to rip through these pretty quickly because we got a lot to look at today. I just showed off the DMD upgrade for Freezy. And here we go. We're going to take a look at Harley Davidson. So this is the nudity, and it's on the playfield, so you'll see it. This one is a little bit weird. This one released on Friday. It was highlighted on the Nailbuster show, and I went, oh, that looks cool. I'm going to download it. And then it seems to have disappeared. So I don't know. Hopefully it comes back and it's there. But this is the Stern version of Harley Davidson, and I'm really enjoying playing it. I'm not sure why it just randomly disappeared. Hopefully you get your build started this weekend. Well, you got a pretty good football game coming up this afternoon, so we're kind of running out of runway on that build this weekend, man, but maybe next weekend? And of course, if you have any questions or want any help, feel free to reach out to me on Discord, and we'll get you hooked up, man. So this, like I said, this is a great little pup pack and a table. I had not had the Stern version of Harley Davidson, so this was, a no-brainer to me. But it's got all kinds of cool music videos, all from Sons of Anarchy, and so I'm really enjoying playing it. This is one I have put quite a bit of time into, and I will probably just completely suck it up because we're live, and that's how I do it. Like, almost never had that first drop out before, but that's great. And like I said, all these music videos on the Pup Pack are great. Obviously, I'm not watching it, trying to play, but you can get them to play and actually switch between them. Wow, really? You can switch between them by using the MagnaSave, which is always great. And so when you're in between, so even right now, it's not running off of any triggers or anything like that. But it is selectable. So if you didn't like this one, I can press the MagnaSave and it switches over to the next one. And like I said, I'm a huge fan of Sons of Anarchy. It's a great show. And having it be a part of this Harley Davidson table is just so completely appropriate. And I love every part of it. And it's strange. Normally, I'm not a big fan of tables with a lot of loops and ramps. But this one, I'm digging it. Like I said, all the look and feel of it, and then you get the multi-ball, so it's pretty darn cool. If I can just get that Harley one more time, we'll have it. Oh, really? 2 a.m. All right. Well, hey, man, if you're up at 2 a.m. and you need help, don't call me. Wait till the next day. But I'm definitely would be around to help you out. All right, multi-ball. Immediate drain. Awesome. Come on, clear up there. Come on, get up there. Ah! Like I said, this is the one that I have actually spent a significant amount of time actually playing and practicing and getting to work with. But you'll see that even when you don't have the full color, that DMD resolution upscaling even applies to the ones where you haven't actually applied a colored ROM hack. So it can be an independent table setting. So if you don't like it on one or another, you can change that one table, or if you only want it on one, you can set up the config to call it out specifically for a table. The video mode, I almost always suck at take out skate. Oh, jeez. Horrid. Normally I can avoid the cars, but obviously not right now. Yeah, normally it's the skaters that take me out. So what do you guys think about the DMD upscaling? Do you like that, or are you more of a traditionalist, and are you more into seeing the actual dots and less of that high density or high resolution there? Hollywood Polo, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. We're going to have a table here that I have just because of you, and it was off of your recommendation that I got it. And you and I were talking about it literally the day before it released, and then sure enough, I go and look, and there it is. It's like you asked for it, and they gave it to you. We're going to highlight that one a little bit today. Ah. Come on. I got an extra ball there. Doing halfway decent. I'm glad you like the upscaling. Is this table Route 66 or Harley Davidson? This is Harley Davidson. This is the Stern version of Harley Davidson. Alright. Like I said, we've got a lot to get through, so I'm not going to finish playing out this table, even though I've got a halfway decent score going. There's just a lot to get through, guys. Okay, so strikes and spares. This is the Gottlieb version, not the Bally version. In fact, I only have got one version of the Bally, and that is the modification that is the Dude, or the Big Lebowski version. And this version of the table is not actually the table that released. I actually downloaded the table that released, but what I am giving credit for is the fact that release had instructions how to fix this custom backglass, which this backglass has got two physical DMD outputs, and I've had this version of the table for quite a long time, but could never get the DMD to work. So with the new version that came out, which I didn't like, didn't have as good a lighting, it didn't have as good a physics, it didn't look as good as this version, but it allowed me to fix my version, and so that's why I put it into my new list. So I'm excited. What are you having for Super Bowl party, Brian? I'm going with traditional, 7-layer dip and a little cheese ball and crackers, and just simple little snacky foods. And then I think we're doing some little miniature pizza cups, which that's about it. Nothing too exciting, but Yeah, gotta love it. Do you like the Marilyn video I sent you? I have not had a chance to watch it, Hollywood. I am going to be catching up on a couple of those videos that you sent me, and catching some of those later this evening. So I definitely will do that. But this is just a fun game, right? You're basically just playing. You're just playing bowling, right? You click the flipper once to launch the ball from whichever side you want on your frame, and then you hit it, and you've got 2 shots. You can go from either side on either ball. It doesn't matter which one you go through, but you're obviously just trying to get and bowl 9 frames, and I'm going to rip through it real quickly here rather than trying to get the high score, but you can see on the DMD, I'm just slowly now moving into frame 3. It's got cool little, there's different modes, so I got a spare there. And that's what a strike looks like. Yep, yeah. All right. Spared that one out. So you've got the standard, bowling mode. There's a flash mode where you actually are timed at how fast you can do it, and the final mode is your strike 90 mode, which penalizes you for not hitting the strikes. But the best part about this is a 4-player game and supports up to 4 players at the same time, and so it's pretty cool that a little party game that you can play, and it's not high, so even people that are not pinball fans can appreciate playing with it. It's a cool little game. I really like it. Like I said, I've had it for a long time, just couldn't get the stupid DMD to work, and without that DMD being able to keep track of the score, it's been one of those things that's just been like, yeah, all right. Let's see here. I'm done with leagues other than Todd's challenge. I gave Neuron some tips for his pinball tournaments and felt like he blew me off. You got this. Oh. Hey, man, like I said, I think Leagues Online is a really cool thing. I like what Gunther and the guys are doing. I think they need a little bit of time to work out all the rules and how much time they're willing to commit to it, really to move things forward. But I like the concept, and so I'm hoping that after this season things will be a little bit better, and we'll be able to figure things out. So yeah, we'll give it a shot. Mad Dads, welcome. Glad to have you. Just running through again some of the newer tables here that I've gotten over the last 2 weeks. Stargate. Okay, not a new table, but this is a new Pup Pack release. So this Pup Pack is quite demanding, and I'm going to knock on wood and hope my ROM actually will work, because sometimes this ROM, it's finicky, and you have to change a line in the script to get it to not error out when it boots. And even though you can get it to boot 9 times out of 10, it's that 10th time that it boots, and we'll see. Am I going to get a boot? Nope. Yeah, see, just like that. So I literally had this running 10 times in a row before the stream. I keep changing the script setting, and you're supposed to increment the setting by 100 to get rid of this switch short error, but and sometimes I can get it to go away by exiting out of the table and relaunching it, so we'll give it one more try. Otherwise I'll just let the pup play for a minute while I talk, but realistically this one's a pain. Do you have a separate video output board for the VS display on top? I do. So I actually don't have a separate one. Ritual Delo, I've got a GTX 980, and when the 980 came out, actually all of the 9 series had 6 outputs. So in that series of video cards, I've actually have 6 display outputs, and it supports that natively on the card. So I don't have to have anything special. It just, I've got 4 of the 6 displays connected for this PC. Played some Space Invaders and Frontline from the title volume pack I just bought. Had a good time. Really? I'm not a fan of Space Invaders, but that's cool. I love Frontline. Frontline's a great game, man. I really enjoy that, and I've had some halfway decent runs. I'm nowhere near the top for the leaderboards, but pretty decent. Yeah. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to again play with the script, and this has a really cool pup pack when it plays, and unfortunately, like I said, the ROM and how it runs is just quirky, and so sometimes it works, and sometimes you have to get out and go change the script, and it's just kind of a pain in the butt. But well, at least we'll save some time by not having to actually play through. But this has got a ton of videos. It's actually very demanding on this on my poor 980. Speaking of, when it's running, I had to downscale it from 1080p down to 720 just to get it to stop stuttering. It was really demanding because it plays full. It's kind of got the overlay as a video as well as the background video. Then it's playing a topper video, and then of course the DMD video. So it's a pretty demanding pup pack, but it's really cool. If you like Stargate and you have this table, I definitely recommend trying out this pup pack. So Gundam. For those of you that have played Sirius Sam II or JP's Sirius Sam II, this is a reskin of that table. I have 2 of them on this list, and this is the one I'm going to keep. I'm just going to briefly gloss over the one on the list that I also got, but this is the one that I prefer, just because Gundam resonates with me a little bit more than the other one. But they're identical gameplay. The skill shots, everything are the same. How you lock the ball and start modes is 100% the same on both tables. So if you're familiar with Sirius Sam II, you'll know this table. And it's one you can just jump right in, and no relearning of rules and having to figure out shots. It's the same table. So, but it's Gundam, man. I mean, I'm a Gundam fan. I think it's cool, and yeah, I was happy they did this reskin. I think the sound is good. And then, like I said, because the table is one that I played for a long time,
I'll kill you.
Very familiar with it. Anyways, like I said, not a ton difference between this and the other Sirius Sam tables. It's Vader time, elbow cock. Nice. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and jump out of Gundam Wing. Like I said, good table. I enjoy it. Good reskin for Sirius Sam II. Twin Peaks, another reskin on another table that I also like. This is off of Disney Princesses or Disney Evil Princesses or something like that. It's kind of got a cool cool audio associated with it. And you've got the ability to have some jukebox and pick your song, just like with the Disney Princesses one. And like I said, not a ton difference in the table. I like the design. The only thing I wish they would have gotten rid of is the toy in the middle of this, and I get that they recolored her, but it's still just the Disney princess sitting in the middle of the table, and it's just weird. But to start modes, you got to get it up into that little to where that big large red arrow is, into that little alcove, and then that starts the mode where you're just shooting at red targets after that. So it's pretty. Geez, come on. blah. Blah, 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 blah. No, I don't think it's Disney Descendants, Hollywood. I think it is Disney Dark Princesses or something like that, or it may even be a Disney Princesses and Dark Princesses. But yeah. I wonder if anyone did a Cowboy Bebop or Appleseed table. I'll have to search. Ritual Delo, if you find one, let me know.
Skill shot.
I don't believe it's a thing. But one of the table creators over on Virtual Pinball Chat the other day was asking people for their top 3 modes. So now we started the mode, and the red targets have lit up, and you just basically try to clear out the targets for the modes. This is another one of those tables where they incorrectly coded a lot of the call-out audio to be, and when you have surround sound feedback like I do, it comes through the audio of the exciters and just sounds like crap. And so I have to go fix this and change all the audio to be up on the back box, because it just is wrong. I just haven't had a chance to do that with this table, but it's something I need to do. So. But they did a good job with the DMD. I think in general this is a pretty okay table for a reskin, and I like it. Twin Peaks is not like one of my favorite shows, but I watched it, so it wasn't bad. But yeah, like I said, the audio coming out through the exciters just bugs the heck out of me. I wish those guys would spend a little bit more time coding their audio, not to be on the table, and put it on the back box. Okay, there we go. Twin Peaks. Electra. So this table also released, was it last weekend? Yeah, it might have been. Something like that. Did you get Guns N' Roses Jersey Jack table? I thought it looked amazing. Yeah, you know, I wasn't aware that the Guns N' Roses Jersey Jack released on VPX. Is that? Do you know if it has? If it has, I'll go looking for it. Because you know, you and I have talked. I played at the next level. I played at the next level with Todd Russell, and man, that game was awesome. It had features like taking your picture and putting your picture on the back glass. So if somebody has converted the Jersey Jack version into a VPX table, I am all for it. So like I was saying, Hollywood Polo recommended this table. This is one of the tables that he played in his youth, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a really good table. Lots of different dynamics, but really easy to drain. I was just about to say it right as I did it. So timing could not have been better. Oh, man. This is one I'd actually like to see Hollywood Polo play, because, like I said, it's been brutal on me. And so I'd like to see somebody who's spent some time with it and played it. So we'll have to get you hooked up with this and get you rolling, my friend. And then I can sit and watch you play for a little bit, because I'm not very good. It's a really fast table, and like I said, it's got a cool design. It's got a lot of spot targets and lane rolls and a couple of cool modes that I've activated once or twice. But good table. So that's Electra. Okay, so I'm going to pull this up, but I'm not going to play. Los Caballeros del Zodiaco. this must be some version of Power Rangers that I don't know what this is or something like that. Um, it's cool. It's got some okay music. I just don't know what It's all in Spanish, and I don't relate well to the characters. Um, but it's the exact same table as Gundam Wing and things like that. So this is a table. Like I said, you can look at it. The models they put on here, the toys, everything. It looks really pretty. Um, it's just when I've got to try to trim down some tables. This one is definitely going to fall by the wayside, just because, like I said, it's another one from Sirius Sam, and I just don't understand what's going on. But the music is cool. The table look is nice. It's just I prefer Gundam. So that's all I've got to say about that one. Queen. So this is a strange nut because we've actually seen within the last 3 months we've seen two. Did you say there is a cool Twin Peaks table? We were just looking at Twin Peaks a little bit ago there, Ritual Delo. It's okay. I mean, it is a reskin, but it's got some good. It's got some halfway decent audio to it. So, yeah, I guess it's cool. But the Queen table is, like I said, it's a weird nut, and a lot of people have been doing Queen recently. Down to about 100 table or so far. Is that good? Yeah, 180 is good on the playlist, and like I said, it depends. I've got several or about 1,000-ish tables, so I'm not as high as some other people in the community that are table collectors, but yeah. This one is actually really good. And so, like I said, with Queen, there have been a lot of different tables released, and so there's kind of the really old 70s style, which is it's okay, not a great design. Then there was one that was released 3 months ago that is a little bit better than that one, better design. And then there's this one where it's actually game hits 1 and 2. I tried them both. They're the same exact table, just with different songs. And unfortunately, the volume 2 songs and audio are horrible. I don't know why they couldn't get the audio put together for like they did for volume 1. So I only installed volume 1. I didn't do it, but you basically get to select your song at the beginning. There's nothing on the DMD. Everything is down here on the apron, so all your scoring is all down at the bottom here, and I actually like that. I wish a few more tables did that, so that if you're watching your score, you're not actually looking up away from the table. But this is a well-designed table. It's got really good drop targets, ramps, bumpers, rollovers. Oh, holy crap! Really? It's got an upper play field. I mean, it's really cool. The design of this is great. I don't know if this was taken from somewhere or what it was, but it's a really cool table design. Like I said, lots of different targets, and when you get into the modes and you're actually having to shoot at all the targets, which that's what that red arrow is for. It's how you get the mode start. But once there we go. All right, so now you're going to see. Oh, I got a ball. Sorry, guys, multi-ball. And you'll notice when you go into the modes that it does it'll actually cut to a different song. But what I like about this table is that it cuts back to your song that you selected with. There we go. But yeah, this, like I said, this table is really great. I've also put a little bit of time into this one as well. Double score active. Ah! Ah! Yeah, this is such a good table. I am really having a fun time with this table. And of course, you know, it's Queen, so if you don't like Queen, you may not enjoy this table, but I like Queen. And some of the modes are timed, and so as you start getting into them like that, the timer gets lit, and you got to try to hit your targets before the timer expires. If you hit a target, it extends it a little bit. So it is a reasonable task to actually hit targets and get through some of these missions, which I've done a couple times. Not that time, but and if you don't complete a mode, it just resets it and puts it back in the available modes. And there we go. There's Queen. Cool. Mr. Bubble, I'm not going to go into this one. This was a nostalgia one. I've had this table for a long time, but they actually did a re-release this week, and it finally worked. I've never been able to get this table to work. I've never had the right build or whatever, so it was cool to get it. It's got a nifty little DMD built into the B2S that plays some old school Mr. Bubble TV commercials. That definitely resonates with me. What do I consider to be the best VPX music table? That's a tough one because my favorite music table is not a VPX table. It's actually one we're going to look at here because they did an update to. But if I had to choose my favorite VPX, it is Guns N' Roses, the Data East version. And so I really enjoy that with the Pup Pack, and if it's not that one, it's going to be the Metallica Master of Puppets mod from the Metallica Zombies or whatever table. If you don't like Queen, you might not be human. Amen, brother. Amen. Oh God, I've been dreading playing this in front of anybody. This is a really, really good, really, really hard table. I've put a lot of time into this. Thankfully, I think the JP Solis realized how hard he made this table, because it has got some extremely forgiving kickbacks to where I'll drain 7, 8, 9 times on a single ball, but I keep getting it back. So this just goes to show you that this is here. The other thing, like I said, I really like JP Solis tables because all the high scores are my initials automatically, and so every time I get a new table, I just immediately have the high score, and you know, cool. Yeah, this is a great table. It's really well designed, but it's super fast and extremely hard. It has got some cool loops. It's got that upper play field. It's got spot targets. I mean, it's got drop targets. It's got spinners. This thing has got everything. It is a really, really cool table. But damn, it's hard. It's got weird trajectories that you're not expecting, and I have not played them all enough to know them. And so like I said, I will hit drains and not be able to or hit drains and keep draining. So it happens a lot. And I still have not been able to get to that upper pantheon at the top there. It's supposed to be a shot coming out of the middle loop, and you've got to hit it as it's coming by to get it up the ramp and into that pantheon, but I have not been able to get it. So like I said, I've been dreading playing this in front of you guys because of how bad I am at it. But like I said, at least JP knows he made a hard table and at least was very forgiving with the kickbacks and so forth. So yeah, like that. Live again. Gotten very used to that phrase. See? So that loop is where I've got to time it. No. Anyways, that top loop is the hardest one, and I have not been able to get it. It's kind of like the Sword of Rage, to where they've got a really hard loop to hit to get the multi-ball on that one as well. So it's this one at least doesn't require that. You can hit it up into the little Athena Zeus toy there and lock the balls and get it. But yeah, I'm not very good, but it's a great table, guys. All right, so let's see, what do we got here? Okay, so I'm not going to go into this one. This is just a table skin. This is if Haunted House. The music is not fantastic. The table is, it's Haunted House. It literally is just a different underlay on the Haunted House table. No changes whatsoever. Very uninspiring, very work in process. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of Haunted House to begin with, but I'm just not a fan of, why go through the trouble of reskinning something and not doing anything really unique. Yeah, rant off. Let's see here. Yeah. So 2 weeks ago when I was doing the stream, I was showing off Sonic, and a couple of guys in the chat made the comment, "You don't have Cuphead?" And I'm like, I didn't even know there was a Cuphead. So with the help of MCAP, I got pointed in the right direction for this table and downloaded all the music files that I needed to do, renamed them all appropriately, and there's Cuphead. It's really cool. I mean, like I said, the arcade or the video game is nostalgic. It's based in nostalgia. This has the pinball table has the same era type feel, and it's cool. I think they did a great job with the design. The music choice they used for it was good, and it's the modes all kind of tie into the different levels within the video game. So I mean, it's cool. And when I think about tables like Rastan and things like that could have very easily been adaptations of video games, but suck. It's like, well, just put a little bit of effort into it. You can actually do some really cool stuff with even an old EM table style to get it to feel like a modern video game. So it's just, I guess, effort is really what it comes down to, and how much you are or are not willing to put into it. But like I said, I mean, you just get the feel for this video game, and the music, like I said, helps keep it in pace with the era that the video game is designed to recreate. So it's cool. Clearly, I'm not getting the 75,000 on this run. I have had a halfway decent run on this, though. I think I've gotten like 40,000, 45,000, something like that. So I think I do have my name in the board, just not at the top of it. And of course, those of you that are working through your nudge skills, this is a good table to use. Hitting that nudge button or using your physical nudge while the ball is trapped on a wall produces good physics, just like it should. I'll show you that here in a second. Or not. Or I'll just drain and lose. Elevator action would have been cool with some ramps. Nice score on Wild West. Oh, dude, I haven't played yet. I need to get in on Wild West. Can you guys remind me, when does the FX3 MCAP's FX3 tournament end? Is that coming up? Is that today or tomorrow that ends? All right. And there's Cuphead. So, like I said, good suggestion. Glad I did it. Now, I've shown this table a couple of times, except not this version. This is a brand new version that they just updated. This is Future Pinball. And Ritual Delo, this is my favorite music table, by far. For those that have ever played Earthshaker, this table is modeled after Earthshaker, so it the rules and rule sets and scoring and all the rest of that are the same as Earthshaker. So if you're familiar with that table, you can pick this right up and start playing. But with all of the new changes in Future Pinball, all the new dynamic lighting and effects that they've put in place, there's some really awesome new effects that got put onto this table, and it was already one of my favorite tables to begin with, and now it's now hands down my favorite. I play this table all the time. I have not gone back, and I actually enjoy it so much I kept both versions, so I've got the other one and this one. But as you can see, the lighting, the face from the wall up at the top is now animated where it wasn't before. The Pink Floyd scoreboard is there. And tomorrow. Thanks, Vader. I will definitely try to get on it. Maybe tonight after the Super Bowl, I might try to get in for a couple of games. But yeah, I play this table more than any other table I own. Which is funny because I absolutely don't enjoy Earthshaker, but it's the same table, which is weird. And maybe it's just because I haven't given enough of a chance, or maybe it's just the music on this one makes the gameplay a little more fun. I don't know. I don't know why I am that way. But like I said, I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan. Going after the number targets always says great things. Hey, question for you guys. So on my other version, I have the DMD in purple. Do you think I should switch this over to purple, or do you think red is better? What do you think? I've been debating. I've been looking at it here the last week, and man, I don't know if I like purple better, or if I should keep the red. Or maybe switch this one to purple and switch the other one to red. I don't know. I kind of like, especially like on those ones, I like the look of the purple better, but I don't know. Extra ball! So the other thing I want to show you guys is this little feature. This is pretty cool. And I think it is... Yeah, so I've got the lighting turned on. I can hit the MagnaSave, and it does the cool little flashers on the table, which activate. And I think... X. Where is it? One of these changes. You can change the ball, and I don't know if I can do it. Maybe I have to do it off. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I was looking at the table script, and I can actually change the ball, and I can't remember which button I have it configured to do it. But you can change the ball and have it be a basketball, silver ball. Oh wow, I got another extra ball. Awesome. But either way, like I said, all of these cool new little features within Future Pinball that they keep adding really make these things, really make them improve. And you can see from the physics that the Future Pinball physics have also come a really long way. And they are getting really good. So I'm excited about some of the tables that Terry Red is working on, but again, I also am tempering my excitement because I know that he's got a lot of things going on, and he can't always get these things out to the community as fast as we want them. But he is the one that did let me know that this update was available, because for some reason this one didn't announce. So I'm really grateful for that, and I am loving this update. I'm telling you, man, this thing is sweet. Then you go to the multi-ball and start racking up the points. And, you know, the VPX version of Pink Floyd is cool, and it actually has got a Pup Pack. But I don't know. This is I prefer this version and how this plays and the way the music triggers and the fact that it does switch between stuff. So I don't know. This one's my fave. Anyways. So there we go, guys. There's the update. I'm going to launch this. I'm not going to actually play it. But before I go, I was going to highlight one more table with this new screen DMD and what these look like. And this one, Lord of the Rings, falls into the category of really nice DMD. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over here so you can see what this looks like. And like I said, you can still see the dots. The matrix is there. It's just the dots are much tighter and pushed together because there's, like I said, double the pixel density. There's just more of them. And so when you look at it from a glance, or you're just kind of stepping back, it just has a smoothing, nice effect. The only thing I will note is you kind of saw it there for a second when it shifted over, just like that. So there is a small bug that they are working through, where the colorization for some reason isn't being picked up in every frame of the capture that Freezy is doing. So it's not 100% perfect, but it's pretty darn good, and it only does that on a couple of ROMs. So like I said, I'm happy with how it looks and what they're doing with it. Let me see if I can get one of the other colors. Anyways, like I said, that's just what I wanted to show off for this week. And that's it for this week, guys. I really appreciate you coming and hanging out. Sushi wraps and whiskey sliders. Nice. Oh, whiskey sliders. That sounds so good. Burger soaked or whiskey soaked burgers. That sounds good. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys coming out. We'll kill it here in an hour. And like I said, thanks for hanging out. I'm definitely looking forward to doing some racing video, and if I get enough of these tables, I'll do another content video like this where we just kind of share what's new and what's hot. So again, appreciate you stopping by, and we'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, everybody have a great time watching the Super Bowl, and don't eat too much, don't drink too much. We all got to work tomorrow.